Hello everyone. As you might know, there are drastic changes to ship guns on the current 4.5 PTU. Here's the data of all the guns: name, size, type, damage sustained 4.4, damage sustained 4.5, damage alpha 4.4, damage alpha 4.5, projectile speed 4.4 and 4.5, and range 4.4 and 4.5. Of course, I won't read every single number. I'll give you a summary. There are many errors. CIG forgot to change some guns at all, for example Perseus size 8 guns. This is a 4.5 PTU build. This might not go to life like this. And there will be a lot of balance changes in the many years to come. Most weapons do drastically less damage now. This is fine if weapon damage is balanced with engineering, armor, component hit points, resistances, etc. This is CIG we are talking about, so I'll let you get your own conclusion. Actually, you can read on Spectrum and on Reddit that many ships are now destroyed in a few shots. For example, Paladin goes down in 4 cannon hits, if you know where to aim. Most weapons have a higher projectile speed now. I wonder how this will work with CIG's massive hit registration and desync issues. In January 2025, we got the first iteration of server meshing. We have now a much higher player cap and a much better stability. I haven't seen 30Ks for a while. They still happen, but far less frequently. But we still have massive interaction delays and desyncs, even desyncs of players and NPCs moving at player and NPC speeds. And ships are quite often teleporting all over your screen. We all hope dynamic server meshing will fix this. Yeah. Most weapons have a lot less range now. For example, Pentalaser repeaters only 1099 meters. My guess is CIG knows that the engine, the terrible netcode, the terrible servers cannot deal with combat at normal speed and normal ranges. This is why we got the slow, no fun master mode in 3.23, and this is why CIG is reducing combat ranges a lot in 4.5. I understand CIG has a lot of trouble to give us a game with acceptable lag and desyncs, and so far server meshing hasn't done this. But those combat ranges are just pathetic. Why even make a space game? If this goes on, we will fight in melee range soon. Of course, I won't read every single number. I've uploaded this to Google Spreadsheet. Link to this is my first pinned comment below. You can check all of this out on Google Spreadsheet. Link to this is my first pinned comment below. I marked red things that are now worse. And you can see most guns are now doing far less sustained and far less alpha damage. Again, this can be fine if it's balanced with engineering. Projectile speed, like I mentioned, most guns have now much higher projectile speed and a much lower range. I just like to talk about a few things, for example M2 Swarm. These are point defense cannons on Polaris, Idris, Perseus and 890 Jump. Damage sustained is now a lot lower and range from almost 2000 meters to 772 meters only. How are you supposed to shoot down torpedoes with such a low range? CIG already nerfed PTCs in 4.4 and now even more in 4.5. Here we have again Olakin's fantastic website, Stasis and Ships Performances Viewer. Link to this is my first pinned comment below as well. CIG didn't change hit points of missiles and torpedoes, and they didn't change their speed. This means M2C Swarm have now a lot less range and a lot less damage, while missiles and torpedoes have the same speed and same hit points. I wonder if you can even shoot down one size 5 torpedo anymore. I'm gonna test this, of course. Here we have Pentalaser repeaters, far less sustained damage, far less alpha damage, a bit more speed, and far less range from 2592 to only 1099 meters. Yeah, really seems like CIG wants us to fight in melee range. Breakneck, as for Gatling, here's an example of a gun CIG hasn't even touched. I guess CIG will correct this. Slayer Cannon, gun of Nova Tank, far less sustained damage, far less alpha damage, a lot higher projectile speed, but a lot less range, from 6148 down to only 2645 meters. A tank is not very fast, you cannot exactly close in to your flying target, and now your range is less than half what it was before. Medusa cannon, main gun of Perseus, same sustained damage, same alpha damage, a bit higher projectile speed from 800 to 900 meters per second, and a little bit less range. Okay, I'm not talking about 20 meters difference. Destroyer must have a cannon, so railgun of Idris M. A lot less sustained damage, a lot less alpha damage. Look at this, from almost 300,000 down to 10,000 damage. Projectile speed is now a lot slower too, and range is halved. As I mentioned, I wouldn't panic, this is just a PTU build, and of course there will be a lot of balancing in the many years to come. However, what I find really concerning is most guns have now far less range. A lot of guns have less than 1000 meter range. A lot of guns are around 1000 meters only. This I really don't like, but I guess CIG has no other choice with their engine, their terrible netcode, their terrible servers, and so far server meshing was not a silver bullet. Maybe dynamic server meshing? Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.